Hello and welcome back to another video, guys. Now it's a little bit late in the evening. I've been at work all day, so apologies about the look. Normally I like to try and do my hair, make myself a little bit more presentable, but anyway, it's late in the evening, I don't have much time, and I want to open these items with you because I'm very, very excited. So it's been another big release for Beatles stuff this week. We only had the anthology recently, and it's all coming out on Disney Plus in a minute. We had Record Store Day, Black Friday, where I did indeed pick up this George Harrison item, the picture disc, of course, of Living in the Material World. I have all the others, so yeah, I managed to get to a record store and pick this up, which is pretty cool. So apologies, you're going to keep seeing the ring light there. It's either that or it's terrible lighting, folks. I do apologise. But today's a pretty big day for Ringo fans, because today the first 4 of his albums have been remastered on lovely coloured vinyl. So I know Ringo isn't everyone's favourite Beatle. I know that, he's not the most collectible of the 4, but I'm a huge Beatles collector, so I had to get these. And I'm really happy I did, because the first 2 albums, especially Sentimental Journey and Beaucoups of Blues, are 2 albums which I feel have really needed remastering for a long time. And then, of course, the self-titled album and, self-titled Ringo, and the Good Night Vienna album are probably his best albums. I do really think Time Takes Time. Time Takes Time? I'm having a bit of a brain fart here. Yeah, I really do believe that album deserves a shout to be up there with those 2 albums, but I think most people consider Ringo and Goodnight Vienna his best 2, and I've only got originals, so it's nice to have some really good sounding copies of these albums finally. I really hope they continue this. I hope that we go through, especially his 70s stuff, all the way through his 70s stuff, because I feel like a lot of that could do with some remastering, but I know that those 70s albums, these are probably the most popular 4. And now we're about to go into some weaker territory for a lot of fans. But anyway, I'd still love it if they done them, and I'll buy them. It'd be nice if they kept this series going. But anyway, Ringo, I'm here for you, man. I enjoy the majority of his stuff still. For what it is, you got to take it with a pinch of salt. Anyway, I know it's not for everyone, but I'm here. I'm gonna very much enjoy opening these and then playing them over the next week or so. So anyway, without further ado, let's get in here, because yeah, I've had this package sitting here for a while now, and I want to get in there. So I can't turn it around and show you me pulling this off because I've got my dress on. And God, I packaged this up really good. So there was a weird release with these. These came up for pre-order, and so yeah, they're going to be out in 2 weeks. And I think, like a lot of people, I thought that's a bit ambitious. And then, like a day before they were due to ship, they announced, they're not coming out on the release date we said. So randomly, yesterday I got a notification that they'd shipped. And here they are. Okay. And they're upside down. And there's my order number. Oh, okay. No creases, which is nice. So here we have Sentimental Journey. I've actually been to this hotel pub in Liverpool. I don't know if you can go inside, actually. I didn't actually stop to have a look. But I've been here. It's actually like literally a 30-second walk from Ringo's childhood home. But you can see this, yeah, in Liverpool. It's still there. And then we've got Beaucoups of Blues, which is an album I actually do quite enjoy every time I put it on. It's a very interesting album. It's the only unfortunate thing for Ringo is that the backing vocalists are amazing on this album, and they unfortunately outshine Ringo on almost every track. But it's still a really interesting album. Here, of course, is Ringo, his most famous solo album, and the closest thing we ever got to a proper Beatles reunion. And then, of course, we're finishing up with A Good Night Vienna, which really fun album. And there's a song on here that me and my colleague at work play in the band all the time because we love it, and it's called No Song. It's a funny little number, to be honest. We always have a fun time when it comes on in our van at work. So yeah, let's go through these. Let's go through these one at a time. Now, for you guys who know me, come over here to my channel a lot, you know I'm a shrink weirdo, and that's what I call it, because I know to a lot of people it is a bit odd. But I like to keep the shrink on my new records because I think it makes them look more pristine. It's something I enjoy more. So for the ones with gatefolds, I apologise. we're not going to have a look at those. But we're going to take this out to shrink nevertheless. So, of course, we've got Sentimental Journey. Interesting album, very interesting debut album. Just doing a lot of songs here, which Ringo, of course, grew up listening to. And actually, funny enough, with the anthology coming out recently on Disney Plus, he even mentions this, like, everyone in Liverpool had a song. And a lot of these are the songs which he grew up hearing as a kid. By that, I mean, everyone in Liverpool had a song. It's like everyone had a song that they would always sing. You know, I think I'd imagine the adults, the parents and stuff, would go around the piano and do their little American songbook number. So yeah, a lot of these are ones which Ringo grew up listening to off his parents. Okay, so not great on the inner sleeves there. There's no protection. In fact, my one's just been thrown in there. But anyway, no lined sleeve. So in terms of protection, not amazing. But yes, we get nice cream vinyl here. Got a nice Apple label. But it doesn't look like what the UK one would have originally looked like. This one now, this looks more like, just with the way the tracks have been structured on the label, this looks like almost what an import would have looked like. But nevertheless, very cool. I'm wondering how this is going to go back in with the damaged inner sleeve. It's okay, but yeah, you can see they've just thrown this one in. It's even got a tear there. So yeah, very, very cheap on the inner sleeves, but it's fine. I've got some nice lined ones I can substitute in here. But there we go. There's Sentimental Journey. Nice to have a good remastered copy of that. I'm pretty sure these are remastered. And then, of course, we got Beaucoups of Blues, an album which every time I put this on, I have a strangely good time with it. I forget how much I actually tend to enjoy this one from time to time. And again, just a country-influenced album, of course. I know that Ringo's sort of gone back to that lately with his most recent album. I think with this, he'd done a lot of stuff that was relevant at the time, not kind of classic country numbers, which I think he has since said he regrets doing. But it's interesting. A lot of these songs were unfamiliar to me when I heard it for the first time. And I have a good time with this one still. And we've got the nice cheap inner sleeve. Same label on the vinyl. And we've got it on a blue vinyl. I think they called this a baby blue, milky blue, something like that. But yeah, still very nice. Again, shame on the inner sleeve, but hey ho, it is what it is. And we'll slide that one there back in. Next up, of course, we have the Ringo album, and trying to see if it comes with a book. It doesn't look like it does, to be honest, because the original copy of this would come with a book stapled in the middle. But I do not believe you... Oh, no, I think you do get it. I just don't think it's in the middle. I'm pretty sure it's stapled in the middle of the original. I cannot remember. But let's have a look at the vinyl first. Ah, okay, this is cool. So they have replicated the label. Oh, what a beautiful vinyl. That's caught me off guard. I forgot how nice this one's going to look. Look, if I catch it on the ring light, it looks brilliant. But yeah, it's like a red marbly effect. Wow. God, I need to get a little light to hold behind the records here on the video, because when you hold this up to the light, it's truly spectacular. Really pretty vinyl. Really, really good. And of course, as I say, they have replicated the label of the original to a certain extent. Wow. Yeah, that's great. Really, really impressed with that. And then, I do believe, you do get the book. So it slides out of the other jacket, the record. And yeah, all the great artwork you would have got before. I could be... No, I was going to be correct. I should have just said it. I believe all the artwork in here was by Klaus Voormann. And then I looked at the bottom and there's his little squiggle. So, yeah, I won't go through the whole book. I'm sure everyone watching this has seen the book before anyway. But, yeah, it's a great album cover as well. It's a little kind of Beatles who's who with the actual Beatles on here with their wives. You've got Billy Preston on here, Klaus Voormann himself. You've got the magician from the movie. Ringo was in. There's a fair few people on here. And as I say, a really, really fun album. Has my favourite solo song of Ringo Starr, which is Photograph, of course, written by George Harrison. Yeah, it's a decent album, this one. It's a good time. I do enjoy putting this one on every now and then. And then we get to, of course, Good Night Vienna. Really, really do actually enjoy this album. As I said, there's a lot of songs on here. The title track, Ooh-Wee's good, Husband and Wives. I'm not a huge fan on Snookeroo, I'll be honest. I think that's one that a few Ringo fans like. Not a big fan on that one, the Elton John song. All By Myself's a good one. No song, my favourite on this one. It's just silly, goofy, and I really enjoy it. Only You, also really good. This is a fairly enjoyable album, actually, this one. I think it gets overshadowed by its older brother, the album that came before. If I remember correctly, this one's on a really pretty colour. Ah, they have replicated the inner sleeve as well. And it's a little bit of gloss as well. Look at that, very nice. And that's great. You got a couple nice pictures with John on there. Can see Elton John, Billy Preston. I haven't looked at the inner sleeve for a while with this. But yeah, there's some really cool photos there. You see a couple of Lennon up the top. One of him is famous New York jumper down the bottom. Yeah, pretty cool. I was trying to see if I could spot anyone else. I forget who's on what Ringo album. Because I know like Clapton appears on a fair few as well. Let's have a look. Sticking to the inner sleeve. Whoa, wow, look. That's so cool. The camera's not going to pick it up. But it sort of changes colour in the light. Like, if I hold it up to a light, it looks kind of reddy grey. But it's blue. That is one of the coolest colour vinyls I've actually got in my collection of anything. That is great. And they've replicated the label. That's beautiful. That is, honest to God, one of the coolest colour vinyls I now have in my collection. I don't know if I need to get a light. But yeah, wow, that's beautiful. That's really, really cool. And yeah, there we go, folks. That is the Ringo Starr reissues. All on vinyl, colour vinyls. I don't know if they're limited edition or not. I really didn't look into them. I was just like, well, hey, I can finally get some crisp sounding copies of these albums because I've been waiting for Ringo to start a little reissue line. And here we go. Hopefully this is the beginning of it, not just here's some and that's it. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments below, especially if you know if maybe there are going to be more of these coming up, because I'd be so game for them. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments below what you thought of these. Yeah, I'm very happy with them. Very looking forward to cracking on with playing some of them over the next week. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching as always. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a message. And as always, I'll see you next time for another video. Bye-bye.